Okay, folks, in this video I'm going to tell you that soon we'll have lots of cool accessories to show you from the Audi line, which many of you like, especially for the Audi A3. And, of course, in this video I'm going to show you, on the AliExpress screen, several accessories that I don't yet have in my car, but that I intend to buy to show you here on the channel, precisely to do a review and show you, and logically, in the future, send you the link so you can buy them directly from China. Remember that I'm not a seller, I only send the link so you can buy directly from China. So I'm going to show you now on the PC screen several accessories that I don't yet have, and I'd like you to take a look at this part where I'll show you directly on the AliExpress screen and see which accessories you're most interested in, okay? Which accessories? Those accessories, right? The first 5 items with the most comments are the ones I'll prioritize, obviously depending on the price, so I can buy them, bring them here for you, and show them to you in person, importing them, buying them from abroad, bringing them here, and showing you the accessories, installation, and much more. And we'll also have a video that we'll release soon, showing you how the digital dashboard I installed in my Audi A3 is performing after 2 years of use, to see if it had any problems, updates, and many other things. So, stay tuned to the video because now I'm going to show you, on the AliExpress screen, some accessories I've selected that I don't yet have in my car, and you can vote for the 5 best ones or the 5 you prefer. Okay, so I'm going to give preference to these ones so I can buy them, bring them here, and show you both the installation and the review, and also give you my honest opinion, whether it was worth it, whether it wasn't, whether it's expensive, whether it's cheap, and of course, also give you the link. So let's go, everyone. I found it very interesting, it's rare to find. From what I saw, it exists for both the A38V, which is our old one, and also for the A38Y, which is the newer one, like this one here. Well, I'll explain to you what it is. It's one of the ones I put on the list, but this one probably won't be one of the options I would buy. I'll show you here on the screen. I found it very cool, very interesting, but unfortunately it would be very expensive to buy and bring to Brazil. Well, what is the kit? Okay, this kit here basically includes the trunk lock motor to fit both the 2013 A3 A20 and the newer A3 models, okay? The photo here is illustrative. It comes with the 2 arms that go on the trunk lid, which would automatically open the trunk lid, okay? It also includes a button so you can install a foot sensor so you can pass your foot under the trunk and it will open the lid automatically. And here's a diagram showing the installation process. It uses the key to open and close the trunk lid automatically, like in the newer models. And it could be installed in the A3 8V, from 2013 to 2020, and also in the 8Y, which would be the newer model, right? But as we can see here, unfortunately nowadays it would be very expensive, right? Because it would be, look, 2271, plus 900 for shipping plus 100% tax, right, from our dear government. So, this would come out to, let's round it to 3,000 with shipping, it would even be more than 3,000, right? Let's round it to 3,000 with shipping, but tax would be $6,000. So, unfortunately, this ends up becoming kind of impossible to bring to Brazil paying 100% tax, right? So this would already be something I would discard, okay? Following this, we have this here, which would be another finishing piece, right? It's that oil filter cover that we have in the EA88 Generation 3, right? In the A3 2.0, which is normally black plastic, which is ugly as hell. And then I would replace it with this metal one, right? It would be more for the aesthetic part of the engine. So there are 2 models, right? There's this one for the transmission, which is smaller, and there's this one for the engine, right? The engine oil filter, which is larger. But this one would be more for aesthetics, cheap. It would cost $150 in total with tax. So this one is nice. These are the caps. Here's the oil cap that goes on the EA88 Generation 3 engine. Here's the water reservoir cap and here's the brake fluid cap, okay? So, these are the 3 caps. The price is reasonable here. If we were to buy it, shipping would be free. So, great. But this would practically cost around $600 just for these metal caps, right? It's nice aesthetically, it's beautiful, but I don't know if it's worth spending that much, right? But it's something I thought was nice here too, that I don't have on my car yet, right? Well, moving on, we have this other one. I'm going to select the right option here, right? This one here is for the A38V that doesn't have the button on the driver's door to open the trunk. So it comes with the button cover, and the wiring for installation. It would go here, in the part where the car stereo is. You install the button to open the trunk lid, right? The price is fair, quite reasonable. $228 for the button plus $33 for shipping, that would be around $350, almost $400, right? With all the taxes included. So I thought it was interesting. I thought the button with the cover and the wiring was a good idea. So I think this is worthwhile. It's one of the options I'm considering for the future. Moving on, we have this type of charger here that's plug and play. You plug it into the original 12-volt socket in the car, near the cup holders. This base is already set up for charging cell phones. See? So, the charging base is already here. There's also a USB port, right? Not all A3s have this original USB port. So what would be cool is that you could have this base that, when installed, becomes a base for charging your cell phone wirelessly. It would also have a USB port there. And it basically just connects to the 12 volts port. So I thought this was really cool. The price is good too, right? Free shipping here, $264. I guess with tax it'll be around $0. $380. But I thought it was interesting. I thought it looked good. I thought the finish was nice. It's very well done. So, I thought it was worth it. It's one of the options for those looking for wireless charging and also an option to have an extra USB port for cars that don't have one. And here it plugs into the car's original 12-volt socket. Okay, moving on. Now we have one of the accessories I want to buy in the future, but it's not cheap, is it? It costs $94 plus $105 for shipping, right? The shipping is expensive because of the weight, which is buying new wheel bolts for my car. They come in this gold finish, or orange, or other colors, okay? But they are bolts of much higher quality, with a much nicer finish, okay? And then we just need to select here, right? Because there are several sizes. Look, this one is 40 millimeters. This one is 35, this one is 45, this one is 50. And also the bolt model, right? Whether it's M14 1.5 or M14 by 25. But this one here is one of the things I saw a friend of mine buy. I thought it looked really nice. The finish on these bolts is much nicer than the original factory one. And also for those who want to hide the bolts a little, it already comes painted black, right? But obviously you have to evaluate it carefully, because in theory for my car it would be this one that would cost $100 for the product plus $100 for shipping, totaling $200, but the tax would be almost $400 just for the screws, right? That's considering that it only comes in packs of 10, right? So I would have to buy them twice, so it would be almost $1,000 just for these screws. So at the moment I also think it's not worth it for the cost. Following that, one of the things that my car and many of yours have a problem with is that it has fog lights, right, in the original Audi style, but mine, since it's quite old, has taken a lot of hits from road stones, right? Those little stones that keep hitting and marking the whole lens. And here, the pair, I even found a good price. You can buy just one side or just the other or buy the pair, okay? Regarding the purchase of the pair here, $22,780 plus $13 for shipping, a fair price. It will come to around $350, $400 with tax and everything else, but a very fair price, very good, a good price. I didn't find it expensive and it's one of the things I'd like to change in the future to make the fog lights on my car look nicer, because they're already full of stone chips. Well, besides that, let's continue here. Here we have this drawer that goes under the seat, which doesn't come original from the factory in Audi A3s, Q3s, or 8Ys, right? It's a drawer that's installed here in the lower part of the seat, where you can store something, right? So here's the complete drawer. As you can see, it already comes with the support, it already comes with the part, it already comes with the screws, right? And then you have the option of buying one or buying two pieces, right? One piece costs $152. And two pieces are $7. Considering the shipping is $131, right? So, practically here, since it's already over 50, the value will double, right? But I thought it was really cool. I thought it was nice. It's a nice thing to add to have one more, right? Because most cars didn't come with it from the factory. Here's the option you can buy. Well, moving on, next, this is something I need to buy for my car. Since my car has an intake, it's the hose, this little water hose, it goes over the intake, and it ends up looking quite ugly aesthetically in the engine compartment. And so I was thinking of buying this one, which has the opposite path, right? It goes under the intake and hides it a bit too. Reasonable price, $89.59, not that expensive. And then one of the other things I'd like to modify is this here. This here, for those who don't know, is that center cap that people call it, right? This is that cover that goes in the center of the car's wheels. But this one here, you see it has this extra weight here? It has this thing here that has a weight inside. Precisely for what? So that when the car's wheels rotate, the logo you put here in the middle, whether it's Audi, BBS, or something else, stays still. So what happens here? It will rotate, but it won't rotate here. It will remain static precisely because of this weight. It will keep what's written there static, right? Either the Audi logo, or the BMW logo, or the BBS logo, for example. And what's cool is that when you stop the car, the logo on all four wheels will always be aligned, right? It will never be out of position. That's also cool. Here we have several options, right, for you to buy in terms of colors, but obviously if I buy it, I'll remove this part of the front cover and put the BBS logo on my wheels. And you have to select the size here, obviously, of this cover that goes in the center of your car's wheels, okay? And logically, if I buy this, I'll have to buy here, let me open it up, I'd have to buy the adhesive that goes on top of that cover to stay on the wheels. And finally, the last option, which is one of the things I really wanted, but for the A38V in Brazil we still can't find it and it's kind of prohibitive to buy it from abroad, would be these rubber mats here, which are really nice, the quality is very good. What's cool about them is that they have these side flaps here. See? Even on the front ones. So, for example, if you spill water, if you get in the car and your feet are dirty and there are pebbles, sand, everything will stay here. And the cool thing is that because it has these higher flaps on the side, it prevents all that dirt from falling onto the carpet. On rainy days, you won't get the car carpet wet, right? So, probably all the water and dirt will stay up here. These mats are becoming fashionable in Brazil now. They've been around in China for a while now. These mats come in various designs too. These are the ones I found that are the nicest for sale. I haven't found any companies that sell them here in Brazil. Let me see if there are any pictures here. Here, the set of mats for the rear and front. Here, from 2014 to 2019. There are also some for newer models. Here, 2020 to 2025. The newer mats are also nice. And the only thing that's a bit heavy for anyone who wants to buy them is how nice they look in the car. See how it's a little higher on the side? So it protects against water splashing in if you get caught in the rain. And on this side, you can see that it covers this higher part of the tunnel and also protects it, okay? Here's the before and after, right? With a normal mat, without a mat, it shows how dirt and sand accumulate, right? A little sand or dirt always accumulates on this side. And it's also easier to wash and clean. It's also easier to clean if hair falls in, so it's much better, right? They're made of a rubber that withstands temperature. It also withstands friction, right? If you put your foot on it and scrape your foot, it doesn't wear out quickly. And it's really good. But the problem we encounter here is the price, right? Here, $83. Plus $300 for shipping would be $1,000. The problem is that if we buy from abroad with the tax, it will practically become, if it's $800 here, let's round 8 with 3, it will become $100. Then with the taxes, the price will double, right? Then with the price doubling, it will become $2,000 for a set of carpets, right? It becomes quite expensive to pay $2,000 for a set of carpets. But basically, these are some of the options I found on AliExpress that are cool for us to buy. And vote on what you think is the coolest, what you find most interesting in terms of functions and accessories that I can show you. But aesthetically, I think it looks very nice. Here it has the little cutout to fit into the seat rail part on the back as well. So vote on what you think is most interesting for us to bring here for you, to buy and show you here, okay? These cool products from AliExpress for you, okay? So that's it, folks. Big hug, see you in the next video.